Hello, friends. Have you ever lied? Oh, come on, don't be shy. Raise your hand if you have. What about that one time when you were late for school or work and told your boss or teacher that it was because of traffic? Or maybe you ate the last slice of pizza, but told your roommate that you didn't know it was their favorite? What about that time you told your partner that you liked their new haircut even though it looked like a bird's nest? How many of those white lies do you tell every day? Well, today we are going to talk about lying in general. And what if we could only tell the truth? Would you still get invited to parties? Would your friends still want to hang out with you? And most importantly, would your boss still think that you were working hard? In our modern society, white lies are so common that they almost seem like a different language. We lie to save face, to keep the peace, to avoid hurting someone's feelings. We like to look good, to get ahead, to make our lives seem more interesting than they are. But what if we couldn't lie anymore? What if we were forced to tell the truth no matter what? The consequences could be disastrous. Politicians would lose their jobs, celebrities would be cancelled, and your social life might become pretty much non-existent. Let's start with politicians, shall we? One of the main reasons why they get elected is because they know how to sell themselves. They paint this picture of honesty and integrity, trustworthiness and reliability, all while hiding their dirty little secrets from the public. Without lies, they wouldn't be able to maintain their public image. Scandals would erupt left and right and chaos would ensue. Voters would no longer vote along party lines. They would have to evaluate each candidate individually based on their policies and track record. And let's face it, the truth may not always be the most appealing option. Celebrities are also experts at selling themselves, except there's no election involved. They sell their image to the highest bidder, whether it's a fashion brand, a beauty company, or a car manufacturer. Celebrities are paid millions of dollars to endorse products that they don't even use. And if they were forced to tell the truth, many companies would lose their biggest selling point. No more Kim Kardashian promoting shapewear that doesn't work. No more Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson promoting a tequila brand that he doesn't own. It's the end of celebrity endorsements as we know them. And then there are people like you and me who tell white lies to get ahead. Maybe you lie about your qualifications to get a job or about your experience to get a promotion. Maybe you lie about how much you love your partner's cooking to avoid hurting their feelings, or about how much you enjoyed the movie they recommended to avoid an awkward conversation. Without these little white lies, your life might get a lot more complicated. You might miss out on job opportunities because you were too honest about your qualifications, or break up with your partner because you couldn't stand their cooking anymore. But here's the thing, telling the truth doesn't always make things worse. Sometimes it can actually be liberating. Think about it. How many times have you felt trapped by your own lies? How many times have you had to keep up with a story you told years ago, even though it's getting more and more difficult to remember all the details? How many times have you felt guilty about something you said or not said? Well, if you could only tell the truth, all that would change. You wouldn't have to worry about keeping up with your lies anymore. You would be free to say what you think and mean what you say. But wait, don't get too excited just yet. There are some downsides to consider. For example, you wouldn't be able to surprise your loved ones anymore. Where's the fun in that? Birthdays, anniversaries, proposals, all of these special moments would lose their magic if everyone knew what was coming. You also wouldn't be able to enjoy the element of surprise in everyday life. Imagine walking into a room and knowing exactly what's going to happen before it even unfolds. That's no way to live. Then there's the issue of privacy. Without lies, you wouldn't be able to protect your privacy. Every time you met a stranger, you would have to reveal personal information such as your name, your address, your social security number. And if you didn't, they would know something was up. This would make it impossible to maintain any kind of anonymity. And let's face it, sometimes anonymity is necessary to expose the truth. Whistleblowers, for example, often rely on anonymity to expose wrongdoing. Without it, they would be risking their jobs, their reputations, and even their safety. But perhaps the most significant downside to consider is the impact on creativity. Lies are the building blocks of creativity. Artists, writers, filmmakers, they all rely on the power of storytelling, and storytelling requires lies. Without lies, there would be no fiction, no fantasy, no imagination. Creativity would die. So as you can see, telling the truth has its benefits and drawbacks. It's a tough call, but ultimately, it's up to each individual to decide where they fall on the spectrum. However, there are some extreme situations where telling the truth could save lives. Imagine being on a sinking ship and having to convince your fellow passengers that the lifeboats are coming back for them. In this situation, the truth, although painful, would be the best policy. The passengers would have a better chance of survival if they knew the reality of their situation and acted accordingly. It's also important to consider the long-term consequences of lying. When you lie, you create a web of deceit that can be difficult to escape. Eventually, the lies catch up with you and the truth comes out. When that happens, the damage can be done. Relationships can be broken, reputations can be ruined, and trust can be lost forever. However, telling the truth isn't always easy. It takes courage, confidence, and conviction. It also takes a strong sense of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. You have to be aware of your own emotions and how they affect others. You also need to be able to manage your emotions and not let them get the best of you. Otherwise, you could end up saying something that you don't mean or hurting someone's feelings unintentionally. There are also times when telling the truth isn't appropriate. For example, if you're in a heated argument with your friend, it might not be the best idea to reveal their deepest secrets to make a point. In this situation, it would be better to focus on the issue at hand and not bring up past mistakes or personal issues. Likewise, if you're trying to negotiate a deal with a stranger, it might not be the best idea to reveal your weaknesses. In this situation, it would be better to keep your cards close to your chest and not reveal too much about your strategy. Overall, telling the truth is a complex and nuanced issue. It's not a simple black and white issue, and there is no one-size-fits-all approach. Ultimately, it's up to each individual to decide when, where, and how to tell the truth. However, if we could only tell the truth, it would definitely shake things up. Politicians would have to rethink their careers, celebrities would have to find a new way to stay relevant, and you might have to find a new hobby. But perhaps that's not such a bad thing. After all, the truth can set you free. Now I'd like to hear from you. What do you think? Is it better to tell the truth or is it better to lie? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.